So, what if I told you that you only need 500 words to survive in an English-speaking city?
Oh, wow. Just 500.
Yeah, exactly. Think about that for a second. You do not need a giant dictionary. You just need the right words.
Right. And you need to know how to use them.
Welcome to Talk Ladder. This is a very special deep dive into the English language, and we made this just for you.
That is right. If you are just starting to learn English or if you know a little bit but want to feel more confident, you are in the perfect place.
Yeah, we call this the A1 and A2 level, and we're going to build your confidence today.
Definitely. We want you to feel good.
But before we start learning, I want you to imagine something. Close your eyes if you're sitting down.
Close your eyes.
Imagine we are walking together on a beautiful, warm beach. The sun is shining on your face.
I can feel the sun. It is very nice.
The sound of the ocean water is very quiet and peaceful. We are just three friends taking a walk.
Right. There is no stress here.
None at all. There is no test. There is no hurry. You are safe, and, well, you are doing a great job just by listening.
I really love that feeling. Learning something new should not feel scary.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
It should feel like a nice, relaxed walk on the beach. So, take a deep breath.
We will speak slowly. We will use simple, clear words. We are walking right next to you.
And because this is a journey, we want to walk with you every day.
Yes, please do. If you enjoy this Talk Ladder deep dive, please take 1 second to subscribe to our channel.
Right. When you subscribe to Talk Ladder, we can keep practicing together.
It helps us build more lessons, and it helps you make English a daily habit. We would love to have you in our community.
We really would. So, what are we looking at today?
Well, we have a very big stack of information in front of us. We looked through the best English learning resources in the world.
A giant stack. We looked at famous vocabulary lists like the Oxford 3000.
We also looked at grammar guides for beginners. And we looked at reviews of the best free language learning apps for the year 2026.
Yes, the best apps. Our goal today is actually very simple. We want to build a strong foundation.
Think about building a new house. You cannot start with the roof.
No, you really can't.
You need a strong, solid base at the bottom first. That is your foundation. Today, we will give you that foundation.
Exactly. We will start with simple words. Then we will learn how to connect those simple words to make good sentences.
Right. We will make them move.
After that, we will show you how to survive in the real world. We will practice buying food and asking for help.
And finally, we will open up the digital toolkit. We will look at the best free apps you can use on your phone to practice every single day.
It sounds like a perfect plan for our walk. Let's take our first step.
Let's do it. Before we can build big, difficult sentences, we need to know how to simply connect with another human being.
Right. We have to break the ice. We need to know how to say hello.
Saying hello is like the first door you open in a new language.
Yes, but in English, there are different doors. There are different ways to say hello.
It really depends on who you are talking to.
It does. We have formal greetings and we have informal greetings.
I always hear learners worry about this, so let's explain it simply.
Okay.
Formal means polite and respectful. You use formal words with your boss at work or with a teacher.
Or maybe with someone you do not know.
Right, a stranger. And informal means relaxed and friendly. You use informal words with your family and your good friends.
Let's start with the most formal word. The word is hello, H-E-L-L-O. Hello.
Hello.
It is very clean, very polite, and very safe. You can say hello to anyone in the world.
And it is always correct.
Always.
The next word is hi, H-F-H-I, hi. This is less formal.
But it is still very normal.
Yeah, millions of people say hi every day at work or in the store.
And the last word is hey, H-E-Y, hey. This is very informal.
Very informal. This is only for your good friends or your family.
Right. If you say hey to the president of a company, it might sound a little bit rude.
Yeah, I like to think about these words like clothes. Imagine you are opening your closet.
Okay, I see the closet.
Hello is like wearing a nice dark suit or a beautiful dress. You wear it when you want to look very polite and professional.
That is a great way to think about it.
And hi is like wearing a nice clean shirt. You can wear it almost anywhere. To the store, to a restaurant, to the park. It is safe.
But what about hey?
Well, hey is like wearing your favorite comfortable old P-shirt. You only wear it at home when you are totally relaxed with your best friends.
That is a perfect way to remember it. The suit, the clean shirt, and the old T-shirt. Hello, hi, and hey.
So simple.
We also have greetings that change with the sun. We use the time of day to say hello.
Oh, right. When you wake up and the sun is coming up in the early part of the day, you say good morning.
Good morning. Then, in the middle of the day, after 12 o'clock noon, the greeting changes. we say good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Huh.
And later, when the sun goes down and the sky gets dark, we say good evening.
Good evening. But here is where it gets really interesting.
Oh, yeah.
The sources we read point out a very strange cultural habit, especially in the United States.
Yes, I know this one.
After you say hello, the other person will almost always ask you a question. They will ask, how are you?
How are you? Yes. You know, when I first started learning about different cultures, this confused me.
Really? Why is that?
Well, in some countries, if someone asks how you are, they really want to know. They want to hear about your bad back or your tired dog or your headache.
That is very true.
But in English-speaking countries, what does this question really mean?
It is a bit of a trick. In the U.S., how are you is not usually a real question about your life or your health.
Right.
It is just part of saying hello. It is a polite habit.
So, if I am having a terrible day, my car broke down, my coffee spilled on my shirt, and a person at the store says, "Hi, how are you?" I should not tell them about my car.
No, you should not. They will be very surprised if you tell a long, sad story.
Oh, I see.
The cultural rule is to give a short, happy answer. You just say, I am good, or I am well, or even just fine, thanks.
I am good. Fine, thanks.
But here's the most important part of the rule. After you say, I am good, you must ask the question back to them.
Okay, let's practice this so it feels natural.
Good idea. Let's practice.
I will be the person working at the coffee shop. You are the customer walking inside. I will start. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And how are you?
I am well, thanks.
Did you hear the rhythm of that? It is like a short game of tennis.
Yes, conversational tennis.
You hit the ball over the net to me, I hit the ball back over the net to you.
That is a great rule to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Play the tennis game. Now, what about informal ways? How do friends ask this question?
Friends use different words. A very common informal question is, how is it going?
How is it going?
Yes, it means the same thing as how are you, but it is more relaxed. An even more informal question is, what is up?
What is up?
Or what's up, exactly. But remember the t-shirt rule. Only use what's up with friends.
Okay, so we know how to say hello to people we see every day. But what happens when you meet a completely new person?
You need to introduce yourself. You need to tell them your name.
Yes. For a beginner, keep it very simple. You just use the phrase, my name is.
For example, my name's David, or my name is Sarah.
And then people usually want to know where your home is. You say, I am from.
Right. I'm from Brazil. Or I am from South Korea.
Let me try. Hi, my name's your host. I am from the United States.
Very good.
And after the other person tells me their name, what is the polite thing to say?
You say, nice to meet you. This is a magic phrase. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I like that.
It makes the other person feel happy and comfortable. It shows you're glad to know them.
Speaking of magic phrases, let's look at the basic words of politeness. Every child learning English has to memorize these.
Yes, they are very important.
If you want someone to give you something or do something for you, you must add the word please.
Please. It makes a demand sound like a kind request.
And when someone gives you what you asked for, you must say thank you.
Or the shorter, informal way, which is thanks.
Thanks. And what do I say when someone says thank you to me?
You reply by saying you are welcome.
You are welcome.
Yes, it means you are happy that you helped them.
But sometimes we are not perfect. Sometimes we make mistakes.
They all do.
Let's imagine we're on a very crowded train. The train moves quickly, and I step on a woman's shoe. I need to fix my mistake. What do I say?
You apologize. The most common word for mistake is sorry. S-O-R-R-Y.
So I just say sorry.
Yes. You look at the woman and say, I am sorry. You use this when you do something wrong and you feel bad about it.
I have a question about this. I also hear people say excuse me. Is excuse me the same as sorry?
That is a very smart question. No, they are not exactly the same.
Oh, they aren't.
Excuse me has a different job. Think of excuse me as a tool to get attention safely or to move.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. Let's go back to the crowded train. You need to get off the train, but a big man is standing in front of the door.
Okay, he is blocking the way.
You did not do anything wrong. You don't need to say, I am sorry. Instead, you touch his arm softly and say, excuse me.
Excuse me.
Yes. This means please move so I can pass.
Ah, I see. So sorry is for a mistake.
Mm.
Excuse me is to move past someone. What is the other way to use excuse me?
To get attention from a worker. Let's say you are in a big store and you cannot find the water.
Okay.
You see a worker. You do not shout, hey, across the store. That is rude.
Right, no yelling.
You walk up to them and say politely, excuse me, where's the water?
That makes perfect sense. excuse me gets their attention.
Exactly.
Now let's go back to the mistake. I step on your shoe. I say, I am sorry. How do you answer me? How do you show that you are not angry?
I forgive you by saying that is okay, or no problem.
That is okay.
Yes.
Yes.
It means do not worry about the mistake. We are still friends.
We have started the conversation perfectly. Now we have to end it. We need farewells. Words to say when we leave.
The standard formal way is goodbye. You can say this to anyone.
Goodbye. And is there a shorter way?
A shorter, slightly more relaxed way is bye.
What if I know I will see the person tomorrow at work?
Then you can say see you later or see you tomorrow.
See you later.
And one of my favorite ways to say goodbye is the phrase take care.
Take care. That feels very warm. What does it actually mean?
It means you want the person to be safe, healthy, and happy until the next time you see them. You want them to take care of themselves.
That is a very kind way to say goodbye.
It really is.
So, we have the suit, the shirt, and the t-shirt for hello. We know how to play conversational tennis.
We know our magic words, please, sorry, and excuse me.
And we know how to say goodbye. That is a fantastic start. Let's keep walking down our beach.
Yes. Now that we know how to greet people, we need to know how to talk about the things around us. We need to name the world.
We are going to build your word bank. Every language has a system to measure how many words you know.
That is true. The sources talk about a system called the CEFR.
That stands for Common European Framework of Reference.
It sounds like a big, scary academic term, but it is just a measuring stick.
Just a way to measure.
Think of it like a ladder. A1 is the very first step on the ladder. It is the beginner level.
And how many words is A1?
To survive at the A1 level, you only need about 500 to 700 words.
Only 500.
Yes. With these words, you can buy food, find a hotel, and introduce yourself.
The next step up the ladder is A2. To talk about your daily routine easily, you need about 1,500 to 2,500 words.
To help learners find the best words, the famous Oxford University made a list. It is called the Oxford 3000.
The Oxford 3000. It shows the 3,000 most useful words in English.
If you know these words, you can understand almost everything in normal daily life.
Let's look at some basic words from this list.
Nouns.
Nouns are words for people, places, and things.
We will learn them by looking at categories of everyday life. Let's start with the people closest to you. Family.
Family is a great place to start.
I want you to imagine a big table. Your whole family is sitting down for dinner. Let's name the people at the table.
Okay, I see the table.
The two people who created you are your parents. The woman is your mother.
Mother.
And the man is your father.
Father. Now imagine your parents had other children besides you.
Right.
If they have a boy, that boy is your brother.
If they have a girl, that girl is your sister.
Sister. And families get bigger. Your mother and father have their own brothers and sisters.
And they do.
Your mother's sister's your aunt. Your father's brother is your uncle.
Aunt and uncle. And what do we call the children of your aunt and uncle?
They are not your brothers or sisters.
We're your cousins.
Cousins. So at the table we have mother, father, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, and cousin.
These are very important A1 words.
Next, let's leave the dinner table and take a mental walk through a house. We need to know the words for the rooms.
Open the front door and walk inside.
Okay, we are inside.
The room where you cook food, where the oven and stove are, is the kitchen.
Kitchen.
The room where you wash your face and take a shower is the bathroom.
Bathroom.
And the quiet room where you sleep at night is the bedroom.
Bedroom. Let's look inside those rooms. We need words for furniture.
Okay, furniture.
The big soft thing you sleep on in the bedroom is a bed.
Bed.
The thing you sit on, which has 4 legs and a back, is a chair. The flat surface where you eat your dinner or do your work is a table.
Table.
And the big cold machine in the kitchen that keeps your milk fresh is the fridge.
Fridge. Speaking of keeping milk fresh, our next category is food.
Let's pretend we are taking a trip to the grocery store. What do we put in our basket?
First, we buy something soft and baked. Bread. Bread is made from flour and water.
Bread. Next, we need something to drink. We buy milk.
Milk, a white drink that comes from a cow.
And of course, we need the most important drink for life. Water. It is clear, and you drink it every day.
Water. Next, we go to the farm section. We find an egg.
Egg.
An egg is a small, round, white or brown thing that comes from a chicken. We also buy the bird itself for dinner. Chicken.
Chicken. We want something sweet, so we buy an apple.
Apple. An apple is a hard, round fruit that is red or green.
And finally, for the tired adults, we need a hot, dark drink to wake us up in the morning. We buy coffee.
Coffee. Bread, milk, water, eggs, chicken, apple, and coffee. Your grocery basket is full.
These are great nouns. Now let's look at one more noun group. body and health.
This is very important if you ever feel sick in a new country. You need to tell the doctor what hurts.
Let's start from the top. The big round part at the top of your body where your hair grows is your head.
Head. The front of your head where you smile is your face.
Face. On your face, you have an eye for seeing the world.
Eye. At the end of your arms, you have a hand with 5 fingers. You use your hand for touching and holding.
Hand. Now imagine you wake up and you do not feel well. What are the words for health problems?
Right. Health problems.
If your nose is running, you are sneezing, and you feel tired, you have a cold.
A cold.
Yeah.
If the inside of your head feels like it is pounding with pain, you have a headache.
A headache.
And if you touch your skin and your body is very, very hot, you have a fever.
A fever. Cold, headache, fever. These are survival words.
Yes, they are.
Now learning hundreds of words can feel overwhelming. But the sources we read give us a wonderful brain trick.
A brain trick. I love this part.
It is a trick specifically for learning adjectives. Adjectives are describing words. They tell us what a noun looks like or feels like.
The brain trick is to learn adjectives in pairs.
In pairs.
Yes, you learn 2 words at the same time, and you make sure those 2 words are opposites.
Opposites, words that are completely different, like black and white, day and night. But why is this a good trick? Why not just read a list from A to Z?
Because your brain is like a giant web. It loves connections.
Okay.
When you link a word to its total opposite, you create a strong connection in your memory.
That makes sense.
If you forget one word, remembering the opposite word will pull the forgotten word out of your brain. Let's try some A1 level opposites. Try to picture them in your mind.
Okay, first pair, big and small.
Imagine a giant gray elephant. An elephant is big.
Now imagine a tiny gray mouse. A mouse is small.
Big and small.
Second pair.
Tall and short.
Imagine a tree reaching up to the sky.
Hey,
A tree is tall.
now look down at the grass and the little flowers. A flower is short, tall and short.
Third pair, hot and cold.
Imagine walking in the desert sun in July. The sun is very hot.
Now imagine holding ice in your hands in the snow. Ice is cold, hot and cold.
Fourth pair, fast and slow.
Think of a shiny red race car driving on a track. The car is fast.
Now think of a green turtle walking in the dirt. A turtle is slow, fast and slow.
Fifth pair, cheap and expensive. This is about money.
Right, money.
If I buy a piece of gum, it costs maybe $1. That is cheap.
If you buy a private airplane, it costs millions of dollars. That is very expensive, cheap and expensive.
Sixth pair, clean and dirty.
Imagine you just took a shower and washed your clothes. You look nice. You are clean.
Now imagine you played football in the mud and rain for 2 hours. You are covered in brown mud. You are dirty, clean and dirty.
Big and small, tall and short, hot and cold, fast and slow, cheap and expensive, clean and dirty.
Learning them together really does make it easier. But now here's where it gets really interesting.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, a little bit confusing for a lot of learners.
What is that?
I hear English learners mix up a very specific type of adjective. Words that end in the letters ed and words that end in the letters ing.
Yeah.
For example, the words boring and bored, or exciting and excited. How do we remember the difference?
The sources highlight this as a very common challenge when you reach the A2 level. It is called the emotional shift.
The emotional shift.
Yes. The rule is actually very simple, but you have to practice it. Let's break it down.
Okay, let's start with ed, bored.
Think about the ending ed. Words with ed describe how you feel inside your own heart or mind.
Inside me.
Yes, it is your personal emotion. I have nothing to do. I am bored.
I'm bored.
Tomorrow is my birthday. I am excited.
I am excited.
I worked for 10 hours today. I am tired. Notice that these are all feelings inside me.
Okay, so ed is my feeling. I am bored. I am excited. I am tired. What about ing? What is boring?
Words with ing describe the thing or the person that gives you that feeling, the thing outside of you, the cause of the emotion.
The cause.
Let's imagine you are watching a movie. The movie is very slow. Nothing happens. You fall asleep. You would say the movie is boring.
The movie is boring.
Exactly. The movie is the thing that makes you feel bored. Imagine you are watching a great football match. Lots of goals. You say the game is exciting.
The game is exciting.
Right. The game is the thing that makes you feel excited. Imagine you are digging a hole in the dirt all day. You say the work is tiring.
The work is tiring. The work is the thing that makes you feel tired.
You got it.
Let me repeat that because it is so important. ed is the feeling inside me. ing is the thing outside me that causes the feeling.
That is exactly right.
So wait, what happens if I make a mistake? What if I want to say I have nothing to do, but I use the wrong word, and I say I am boring?
If you say, I am boring, you are telling the world that you are not a fun person. You are telling them that you make other people fall asleep.
Oh, no. I don't want to say that. I want to say I am a fun person, but right now I am bored.
Exactly. And if you say, I am terrifying, you mean you look like a scary monster.
Oh, my.
You want to say, I am terrified, which means you are scared. ED is inside. ING is outside.
That is a wonderful explanation. Let's keep walking. We have nouns, the things in the world. We have adjectives, the describing words.
Yes.
Now we need to make our sentences move. We're jumping into verbs and grammar.
Yes. Nouns just sit there. Verbs are action words. They bring the language to life. They make the sentence do something.
The sources tell us about the big three helpers. 3 verbs that are the most important in the entire English language.
The big 3.
If you learn nothing else, learn these 3. They are be, have, and do.
They are the absolute kings of English grammar. You see them in almost every sentence. Let's look at them slowly, one by one.
First is the verb be. Be. What does be do?
It shows identity or a state of being. It tells us who you are or what something is.
Okay.
The forms for the present are am, is, and are. I am a teacher. This is my identity.
I am a teacher.
He is tall. This is his state of being.
He is tall.
They are happy. This is their emotion.
Second is the verb have. Have. What does have do?
It shows possession. It means something belongs to you. It is yours. I have a book. The book belongs to me.
I have a book.
She has a car. The car belongs to her.
We have a problem. The problem belongs to us.
Exactly. Third is the verb do. D-O. What does do mean?
What does it mean?
It is the ultimate word for action. I do my homework. They do the dishes.
Be, have, do. They are the base of the language.
Next we have modals.
Modals. The word sounds like a grammar test.
It does, but modals are just helper verbs. They sit next to a regular verb and add a special feeling or meaning.
For A1 and A2, there are 3 very important modals you need to survive. Can, could, and should. Let's start with can. C-A-N.
Can shows ability. It means you're able to do something. Your body or your mind has the power to do it.
Okay.
I can swim. She can speak English. He can lift the heavy box.
Okay, ability. And what about could? C-O-U-L-D.
Could has 2 jobs. First, it is the past tense of can. It shows ability in the past.
The past.
When I was 10 years old, I could run very fast. I had the ability in the past. But could has a second, more important job for beginners. It is used to be very, very polite when asking a question.
Like the magic words. Give me an example.
If you need a pen, you can ask, can you help me? That is okay. But if you say, could you help me, please, it sounds much softer, much kinder, and much more polite.
Could you help me? I love that. And the last modal is should. S-H-O-U-L-D. How do we use should?
You use should when you want to give a friend good advice. You think something is a very good idea.
Good advice.
Let's imagine your friend is coughing and feels very sick. You don't want to command them like a general. You give advice. You say you should go to sleep.
You should go to sleep.
If you look outside and the sky is black with rain clouds, you tell your brother you should take an umbrella. It means this is a smart thing to do.
Can, could, should. Ability, politeness, and advice. Okay, now we must talk about something that makes every English learner frustrated.
Oh, I know what this is.
We must talk about the past tense.
Yes. Or about yesterday.
Regular verbs are so easy. I love regular verbs. To make them past tense, you just add the letters ed to the end. I walked today. Yesterday I walked. I played today. Yesterday I played. Very simple.
But English is crazy. It has irregular verbs.
That is true. They do not follow the ed rule.
They do not.
I like to call irregular verbs the rebel children in a family. They refuse to listen to the rules. I buy a shirt. Yesterday I bought. No, I bought. Why is it so difficult?
It is frustrating, I understand. But here is the secret. These irregular verbs are some of the oldest words in English, and they are the most used words.
So we have to learn them.
You cannot ignore them. But the guides give us a great strategy. Do not just read a list from A to Z. That is too hard for the brain.
So what do?
You group the rebel children by their sound patterns. Even rebels have a secret logic. If you group them by how they sound, your ear will learn the music of the words. It becomes like a song.
Let's unpack these sound patterns. Pattern 1. The vowel sound changes from I in the present to A in the simple past to U in the perfect past. The I-A-U pattern. Listen closely to the rhythm.
I will say the present, the past, and the perfect past. Begin, begin, begin.
Begin.
Began.
Drink.
Drink, drunk. Sing, sing, song. Sing, sing, sing.
Swim.
Swim, swim.
Let me do it again. It really does sound like a song. Begin, began, began. Drink, sang, swim, swim, swam, swam, swam. I love that. My brain remembers the sound. What is the next pattern?
Pattern 2. The past sounds like ought or ought. The spelling looks very strange. There are lots of G's and H's.
Oh, yes, the spelling is awful.
But don't look at the spelling right now. Just listen to the sound. They all rhyme. Buy, bought, bought.
Buy, bought.
Bring, brought, brought.
Think, thought,
That's-
thought.
Catch, caught, caught.
Wow. Bought, brought, thought, caught. If I learn one, I learn them all. That is so much easier. Give me one more pattern to practice.
Pattern 3. The past ends in the sound ew, and the perfect past ends in the sound own. Listen to the music of these words. Know, knew, known.
No, new, known.
Fly, flew, flown.
Fly, flew,
Flow, flown.
grow, grew, grown. This is a game changer. The Rebel Children actually have rules. They just follow their own secret club rules. Grooving them by sound is a fantastic A2 strategy.
Yes, it takes the fear away from irregular verbs.
Now let's talk about sentence size. Right now, we know how to make short single sentences. I like apples. I am hungry. But we are adults. We want to speak like adults. We want longer, more interesting sentences. To do that, we need conjunctions.
Conjunctions are linking words. They are like glue. They take two small sentences and stick them together into one big, beautiful sentence.
Like glue.
There are 5 simple glue words you need to know. And, but, because, or.
Let's explain exactly what each word does. Give me an example for each. First is and. A-N-D.
You use and when you want to add similar ideas together, ideas that agree with each other.
Similar ideas.
Example, I like apples. That is one sentence. I like bananas. That is another sentence. Use the glue. I like apples and I like bananas. 2 fruits, 2 similar ideas join nicely.
Second is but. B-U-T.
You use but when you want to show a difference, a surprise, or an opposite idea.
A difference.
Example, I like apples. Positive, I do not like bananas. Negative, they are different. Use the glue. I like apples, but I do not like bananas.
Third is because.
Yeah.
B-E-A-U-S-E. This is a big word.
You use because to give a reason. It answers the question why.
Why?
Example, I am eating. Why are you eating? What is the reason? I am hungry. Use the glue. I am eating because I am hungry. The word because connects the action to the reason.
Fourth is or. O-R. Just 2 letters.
You use or to give a choice between 2 things. You cannot have both. You must choose.
That choice.
Example, you go to a restaurant. The waiter asks, do you want tea or do you want coffee? You have to pick one.
Fifth is so. S-O.
You use so to show a result. Action A causes action B.
A result.
Example, I am hungry. That is the state. What is the result? What happens next? I will eat. Use the glue. I am hungry, so I will eat.
Let's review our 5 glue words quickly.
None.
And, but, because, or. So, with just these 5 simple words, your English will suddenly sound much more fluent and natural.
You will sound like you are really conversing, not just reading from a book.
We are walking at a great pace today. We are covering a lot of the beach.
We really are.
Let's move on to something that gives almost every learner a headache. Finding your place. Prepositions and time.
Oh boy, prepositions.
We know the action. Now we need to know where the action is happening and when it is happening. Prepositions are tiny words like at, in, on, to, for.
This is a very tricky part of English grammar.
It is. The absolute biggest challenge for beginners is what I call the at, in, on triangle.
Yes, at, in, and on. 3 tiny words. They cause so much confusion because English uses them for both time when and place where.
It is confusing.
But don't worry, there is a visual trick to make it easy. I want you to imagine a triangle pointing down.
Okay, I am picturing a triangle. The top is a very sharp, tiny point. The middle is a bit wider.
Yeah.
And the bottom is very big and wide.
Right. Let's start with the top sharp point of the triangle, the smallest part. This represents the word at.
How do we use at?
Because it is a tiny sharp point, at is very, very specific. It points to one exact small thing.
Go.
Let's look at time. You use at for exact clock times, a specific moment. The movie starts at 6 o'clock. I sleep at night.
At 6 o'clock.
Let's look at place. You use at for a specific point or a specific address. I am waiting at the door. Not the whole house, just the exact point of the door. She is at school.
Okay, the Pacific point, got it. Let's move down the triangle to the middle. It was a little bit bigger, wider. This represents the word on. How do we use on?
On is broader. For time, you use on for days of the week and specific dates. I will see you on Monday. My birthday is on July 4th.
On Monday.
For a place, you use on for things that are touching a flat surface, A street is a flat surface. A table is a flat surface. The book is on the table. My house is on Main Street.
Okay, the point is that the middle is on. Now we reach the bottom of the triangle. It is the biggest, widest part.
Yes.
This represents the word in. How do we use ins?
Because it is the biggest part and is used for big open spaces and long periods of time.
Big spaces.
For time, you use it for months, years, and long seasons. My birthday is in July. A whole month. The Olympics are in 2026. A whole year. It is hot in summer.
In July.
For place you use for enclosed spaces, big cities and countries. The clothes are in the box. I live in London. We are in France.
Let me test myself. I am a learner. I have a question. Let's practice.
Okay, let's do it.
I want to invite you to my birthday party. The party is happening on the weekend. Do I say the party is on Saturday or the party is on Saturday?
Think about the triangle. Is Saturday a month? No. Is it an exact clock time? No. It is a day of the week. Days belong in the middle of the triangle. So we use on. The party is on Saturday.
Perfect. So let me try another one. I want to talk about my birth year. Do I say I was born at 1990? Is that correct?
Let's check the triangle. At is a tiny point. A clock time. 1990 is a year. A year has 365 days. It is a very long period of time. It belongs at the wide bottom of the triangle. So we use in. I was born in 1990.
This triangle visual is incredible. At is specific. On is for days and flat surfaces. In is for big times and big places.
It really works.
Now let's look at a few other spatial words. Words that tell us where things are in a room.
Let's use our imagination again. Picture a brown cardboard box sitting on the floor. Now picture a red ball.
A box and a ball.
If you hold the red ball higher than the box in the air, the ball is above the box. If you put the ball on the floor and put the box over it, the ball is under or below the box.
Under or below.
If you place the ball right beside the box touching its side, it is next to the box.
Next to.
If you put the ball at the back of the box so you cannot see it from the front, it is behind the box.
Now what if we have more than one box? Let's say we have two boxes. Box A and box B.
Okay, two boxes.
If the red ball sits right in the middle of box A and box B, we say the ball is between the boxes. The word between is only used when there are exactly two things around the ball.
What if we have a messy room? There are 10 boxes everywhere. If the red ball is sitting in the middle of all 10 boxes, we do not say between. We say the ball is among the boxes. Among is used when there is a large group of many things.
Between is for two. Among is for many. Brilliant. Before we move on, I want to talk about time habits. We need to talk about adverbs of frequency. These are words that tell us how often we do a specific action.
Yes, these words represent the percentage of time you do something.
I have a problem, and I need your help to find the right word. I love drinking coffee. I drink it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, every single day. That is 100% of the time. What word do I use?
If it is 100%, you use always. I always drink coffee.
Okay, but what if I am trying to be healthier? I decide to skip Sunday. I drink coffee 6 days a week. That is about 90% of the time. Always feels wrong now.
You are right. Always is wrong. For 90%, you use usually. I usually drink coffee. It means almost every time, but maybe one day you don't.
Okay, what if I reduce it more? I drink coffee maybe 5 days a week. It's a lot, but not almost every day. Maybe 70%.
For 70%, you use often. I often drink coffee.
What if I only drink it half the time? 3 or 4 days a week. It is a 50-50 chance.
For 50% you use sometimes, I sometimes drink coffee.
Now imagine my doctor tells me to stop. I try really hard. I only drink 1 cup of coffee a month. Very, very little. Maybe 10% of the time.
For 10% you use rarely. I rarely drink coffee.
And finally, what if I hate coffee? I think it tastes like dirt. I never touch it. 0%.
If it is 0%, you use never. I never drink coffee.
Always.
Yes.
Usually. Often. Sometimes rarely never. That is a perfect scale. We have learned so much grammar and vocabulary. We have our nouns, our verbs, our prepositions. But sitting in a room, learning rules is not enough.
No, it is not. You have to take these words outside. You have to put them in your pocket and walk into the city. You need to use them with real people.
Exactly. This brings us to the next part of our walk, real-world survival. We are going to practice survival situations. Let's start with my favorite activity, shopping.
When you walk down the street in a British or American city, you will see many small shops. You will notice that the names of the shops often end with an apostrophe S, that little flying comma, like bakers.
Bankers.
This is because the name shows the person who works there, and the shop belongs to them.
Let's name a few of these shops. A baker's is the shop where you buy fresh bread and cake. It smells wonderful.
A chemist's in the UK or a pharmacy in the US is the shop where you buy medicine when you have a cold or a headache.
A butcher's is the shop where you buy fresh meat like chicken or beef.
A bookshop is exactly what it sounds like. A shop where you buy books.
Let's role play. Let's imagine you walk into a clothing shop. You find a blue shirt you really like. You want to buy it, but you don't know the price. There is no tag.
Okay, I have the shirt.
What do you say to the shop worker? You hold the shirt and ask, how much is this?
How much is this? A perfect simple sentence. The worker says it is $20. Now you have to choose how to pay. In the modern world, most people have a plastic bank card. If you want to use it, you ask, can I pay by card?
But maybe you like carrying paper money and coins. In that case, you say, I will pay in cash.
What if you are lucky? What if the $20 shirt is only $10 today? You are so happy you can ask, is this on sale?
On sale.
A sale means there is a discount. The shop has lowered the price. It costs less money today.
And when you finally give the money to the worker, they must give you a piece of paper. This paper proves that you paid for the shirt. It lists the price. This paper is called a receipt. Say it with me. Receipt. The P is completely quiet. We do not say the P. Receipt.
Receipt. And one more important shopping word. Let's say the shirt is $10, but you only have a $20 bill. You give the worker $20, they must give you $10 back.
That extra money they return to you is called your change. You can ask, can I have my change, please?
So our shopping survival words are, how much is this? Pay by card, pay in cash, sale, receipt, change. Now let's leave the shop with our new shirt. We need to travel. We need to move around this big city.
To move around, we need transport words. Transport means how we move from place to place.
If you travel on the road with many other people in a long vehicle, you take the bus, you wait for it at the bus stop.
If you travel on fast metal tracks, you take the train. You go to a big building called the station to catch a train.
If you need to fly in the sky to another country, you take a plane. You go to the airport to catch a plane.
And if you want a private car to drive you directly to your hotel, you pay for a taxi.
When you are traveling in a new city, you will get lost. Everyone gets lost. It is normal. You will need to ask a stranger for directions. You need to know where things are.
Do you remember our magic phrase from the beginning of our walk? The tool we use to safely get someone's attention.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Yes. Always start a question to a stranger with, excuse me, let's practice some vital questions.
Excuse me, where's the pharmacy?
Excuse me, where is the restroom? Restroom is the polite American word for bathroom or public toilet.
Excuse me, does this train stop next?
These phrases will save you. But here is the reality of learning a language. What happens if you ask the question perfectly, but the stranger answers very quickly using big words, and you have no idea what they said? There is a communication breakdown.
This is a scary moment for beginners. You want to run away. But do not panic. Take a breath. You just need to use these specific phrases to control the conversation.
First, if you are struggling, ask the safety question, do you speak English? Maybe they don't, and you can find someone else.
If you are pointing at an object and you don't know the word ask, how do you say this in English?
If the person speaks too fast like a machine, be honest. Say, I don't understand. Then look at them and ask nicely, can you say that again?
Can you say that again? People are usually very kind.
Yeah.
If you say you don't understand, they will smile, slow down, and use simpler words. But we need to talk about one last survival topic. True emergencies.
Yes. Serious problems where you need help right now. This isn't about buying a shirt. This is about safety. You must memorize these phrases. We will say them slowly. I want you to feel the emotion of the situation so you remember the words.
Imagine you are walking and you fall down. Your leg is broken. It hurts terribly. You look at a person passing by. You shout, I need a doctor.
I need a doctor.
Imagine you see someone stealing a bag from an old woman. It is a crime. You look at the shop worker and say, loudly call the police.
Call the police.
Imagine you are at the airport in London. You look inside your bag. Your heart starts beating very fast. You feel panic. Your little book with your photo is gone. You run to the security guard and say, I lost my passport.
I lost my passport.
And for any big problem, if you forget all the other words, you can look at anyone, raise your hands, and ask the most important question in the world. Can you help me?
Let's repeat those 4 emergency phrases. Say them with me in your head. I need a doctor. Call the police. I lost my passport. Can you help me?
If you know these phrases, you can feel safe walking in any city in the world. You have the tools to survive the bad moments and enjoy the good moments.
We have walked so far on the beach today. Look back at our footprints in the sand.
We have learned to say hello politely. We built a word bank with family food and home words. We learned the brain trick of pairing opposites. We made sentences move with verbs and modals. We survived a shopping trip and an emergency.
But here is the hard truth about language. Knowing the rules is not enough. Language is exactly like a muscle in your arm. If you do not exercise the muscle, it gets weak. You have to use it every day. You need daily practice.
And that brings us to the final segment of our deep dive, the digital toolkit. Where do you go to practice English every day? You don't need to sit in a boring, expensive classroom in 2026. You have powerful tools right in your pocket, on your phone or your laptop.
We reviewed many free platforms for learning English. Let's look at the absolute best ones for an A1 or A2 learner.
First, we have what we call all-in-one platforms. These apps teach you a little bit of everything. They teach grammar, reading, and listening all together. The sources highly recommend a platform called Papora.
Yes, Papora is excellent for beginners. The reviews say it is great because it combines real-life situations with grammar. You are not just reading dry rules from a book. It teaches you how to speak from day one. You practice real conversations about traveling or buying food.
Another incredibly famous one is Duolingo. Everyone knows the little green owl. Duolingo is built like a video game on your phone. You win points, you lose hearts when you make a mistake, and you hear a happy little bell sound when you are right. It uses bite-sized lessons. That means the lessons are very short, just 5 minutes a day.
And if you are an absolute beginner or if you are helping a child learn to read English, there is a special version called Duolingo ABC. It is very colorful, very fun, and totally stress-free. It focuses purely on the sounds of letters and basic reading.
Once you pass the A1 level and reach A2, you might start feeling a little bored with simple games. You might want more real-world stories. For this, we look at news and context platforms. The absolute best free ones are BBC Learning English and Voice of America,
Why are they so highly recommended?
because they use real news stories from the real world. They talk about science, nature politics, and daily news. But here is the magic the reporters speak, very slowly, and they explain the difficult vocabulary words right in the article. It is completely free and has lots of audio and video. It is perfect for crossing the bridge from A2 beginner to B1 intermediate.
But I know what some listeners are thinking. I don't want to read the news. I want to talk to a real person. I want to practice saying hello and how are you to a human being.
For that, you need social and speaking practice apps. Apps like Native Speaky and Hello Talk. These are brilliant. They connect you directly with native English speakers who want to learn your language. It is a language exchange. You help them, and they help you.
Exactly. You can text them, correct each other's sentences, or even send voice messages. It is totally free, and it is a wonderful way to make friends around the world.
The sources also mention a platform called Cambly. Cambly is a bit different. It is for talking face-to-face on video with native tutors. It can be scary the first time you turn on your camera, but the feeling of seeing a real person's face, hearing a real accent, and having a full conversation there is nothing better for your confidence.
Finally, we have listening-focused platforms. Understanding native speakers is very hard because they speak fast and blend words together. An app called VoiceTube is great for this. It takes normal YouTube videos and movie clips and puts special subtitles on them. If you hear a word you don't know, you just click on the subtitle and the video stops and shows you the definition.
There is also an older but fantastic website called Ello, E-L-L-L-O. It has a massive library of very simple audio recordings, normal people talking about everyday topics like their pets or their breakfast. You can listen to the audio and read the text at the exact same time. It trains your ear.
The most important thing is to pick the tool that matches what you need.
Yes. My observation from reading all these reviews is this. Depending on what you need, whether it's speaking, reading, or business vocabulary, there's a specific free app built just for that. My advice. Try a few of them. Download 3 apps today. Find the one that makes you smile. If it feels like playing a fun game, you will open the app every day without thinking about it.
Consistency is the key. Studying for 5 minutes every single day is much, much better than studying for 3 hours on Sunday and doing nothing else. Make it a tiny daily habit. 5 minutes on the bus. 5 minutes before bed.
Oh, my friends. The sun is starting to set on our beach. We're coming to the end of our walk today. We've covered so much sand together. Let me summarize our journey quickly. We started by learning the polite ways to say hello and the secret tennis game of how are you. We built a giant word bank with family, food, and homewords. We learned the brain trick of opposites. We made things move with the big action verbs be, have, and do.
We tamed the rebel irregular verbs by listening to their sound patterns like a song. We safely navigated the tricky triangle of at, in, and on. We practiced buying a shirt and asking for directions in a crowded new city. And finally, we opened our digital toolkit to find the best apps like Papora and Duolingo to keep practicing tomorrow.
You have done an absolutely amazing job listening today. Your brain has worked hard, but you did it. Remember, this was a Talk Ladder deep dive. We are so proud of you for taking this big step in your English journey. Please do not forget to click the subscribe button on the Talk Ladder channel so we can take more walks together and learn even more next week. We want to be with you every step of the way as you climb the ladder.
As we finish our walk, I want to leave you with one final thought, something to think about while you practice your new words tonight. Learning a language is not just about memorizing a dictionary. It is not about taking a test. It is not about perfect grammar.
What is it really about?
It is about building a new bridge. Right now, there are millions of people in the world who speak English. People with amazing stories, funny jokes, and kind hearts. Before today, you could not talk to them. There was a river between you. But every new word you learn is a new brick in a bridge. When you build the bridge, you can cross the river. You can connect with millions of new people. Every new word is a new opportunity to make a friend, a new way to understand someone else's life. Keep walking. Keep building your bridge. Keep practicing. And your world will get bigger, brighter, and friendlier every single day.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We loved walking with you. See you later and take care.